I'm Amy Anderson for OptionRally TV. Let's take a look at the global markets and news that all investors and traders should be aware of. The World Bank upgrades growth. Bank of Japan holds fire, and IEA increased 2014 oil demand. Let's take a quick look at what is happening in the global markets now. With the Federal Reserve meeting just a week away now, speculators are beginning to book odds on if the Feds will continue to taper and just how much they will cut back their monthly asset purchases. With a disappointing earnings season behind and a week of minimum economic news, stocks remained mixed. Equities have closed a lackluster session after a modest upgrade to the International Monetary Fund's economic forecast. The Dow Jones was down 42.96 points, or 0.26%, at 16,415.60, while the broad-based S&P 500 was up, closing at 1843.77. The Nasdaq Composite Index ended the day at 4225.76. The most important thing to note was the German ZEW survey, which is a survey of investor sentiment. The current index rose to 41.2 in January, which is well above the average of 23. The expectations component fell a little, which was 61.7 from 62, but it is still well above the average of 24. This morning, Asian shares remain mixed with little direction. The Bank of Japan held rates at the conclusion of their two-day meeting today. Much as markets expected, Kuduro and Associates also kept the assessment of the economy the same. The US dollar rose against the Canadian dollar as a lack of major economic data scheduled for release turns the focus to a potential further reduction in monetary stimulus at the next Federal Reserve meeting. Australia's consumer prices for the October-December quarter came in higher than expected, pushing up the Australian dollar as the market priced in a slightly lower chance of further easing by the central bank. The Consumer Price Index rose 0.8% last quarter, or 2.7% from a year earlier, the government said Wednesday. Moving to commodities, market crude oil settled higher on Tuesday after the International Energy Agency raised its 2014 outlook on oil demand, but prices still finished below $95 a barrel. Gold eased slightly higher in the Asian session, halting its decline a day earlier when the International Monetary Fund raised its global growth forecast for the first time in almost 2 years. In electronic trade, gold was up $1.50 to $1243.30 an ounce. Gold on Tuesday gave back a big chunk of the gains that brought it to 5-week highs. This is Amy Anderson from OptionRally signing off. Follow me on Facebook and watch for our financial terms of the day and our weekly news events.